Well, believe it or not, it is actually the next day. Oh, okay. Today has been hectic. Let's just put it that way. But we'll start off with what I've got on the deck right now. This is a load of Houston, Texas Owens Corning shingles. Woot for that! I love my shingle loads. I need to maybe tighten a couple of the straps. This trailer. Okay, I am gonna start from the beginning because that's the way things are supposed to be done. But you know what? First, I think I'm gonna replace these batteries, otherwise they're gonna die before I get finished with this clip. Alright, now we'll be better off at 5.4 volts instead of 4.3. Anyway, okay, so this day started off at 6:14 this morning, okay? Did my pre-trip inspection, actually got up at about 6 to get out and do it and everything. Moved over, and then I drove. Did a load check, drove some more. I drove all the way from Rotan to my destination in just under 8 hours, okay? I got there at 1:50 p.m. That gave me an extra 24 minutes I could actually drive based on the 8-hour rest break clock. It was about ready to run out on me. So I logged my unload, and then I had no hours, but that was okay. I got to Action Gypsum in Houston, Texas. I pulled into the yard. There were 3 trucks in front of me. Perfect. Just enough to where I can get all the stuff off mine and be done by the time they're done unloading those trucks. That worked out. Pulled all the straps off, got them rolled up, put them on the deck, pulled the tarps off, folded them up, rolled them up. Not very well, I'll be honest with you. They're on the deck right now. But I got that all taken care of. Everything was done. Pulled the plastic off, and in the middle of this, I got a call from my fleet manager wondering when I was going to be done unloading. So I'm like, probably in the next 30 to 45 minutes, because I wasn't really sure. It looked like the next truck was about done, but I wasn't sure, so I guesstimated 30 to 45 minutes. And he's like, alright, well, we have a load that we need picked up out of Owens Corning, but if you can't get there by 4:30, 5 o'clock, we're going to have somebody else pick it up, and then we'll have you load swap with them and load up at some steel place or something like that. And I was like, no load swap. No. This week has been insane enough. I do not need another trailer swap added on top of it. Or load swap, trailer swap, whatever. Any of it. I don't want it. So, he's like, well, I said, I'll take the Owens Corning load. I'm sure I can get there by 4:30 or 5 o'clock. And he's like, well, if I knew you were gonna get done there in the next 30 minutes, I'd just throw it at you, but I don't have anything to go on right now. So I'm like, alright, I'll let you know. Well, I get done with everything in the next 3 minutes, pull forward, the last truck before me is just pulling out of the gate. Perfect! I pull up there, the guys come over with the forklift, start unloading me. I put the rest of my securement stuff in the box, in the headache rack, secure the tarps down, and are you done? And I jump in the truck and I send a message to my fleet manager and say, okay, I'm going to be out of here in 15 minutes. You have my word. And I get out of the truck to go do something. And he messaged me back, send in your empty when you're empty and I'll see what I can do from there. Well, I'm outside. Because basically, without really saying a word, I lit a fire up underneath the consignees' forklifts' butts. Because they're getting the forks underneath the sheetrock, lift it up, pull it back off. Oh yeah, it was a load of sheetrock out of Rotan. It's always sheetrock. they would take the stuff away with the forklift, put it down on the ground, and there's these strips that you have to take off and put on top of them. It's the dunnage for sheetrock loads. Well, I started doing that for them, and suddenly there's 3 forklifts out there unloading this truck, this trailer, and I'm like, we're fixing to get done in less than 5 minutes here. And I'm throwing dunnage left and right off of this trailer, and I get unloaded, I get my paperwork signed, I get in the truck. It's only been 9.5 minutes since I sent that message. So I send him my empty real quick, and he sends a message back, can you go right now? And I said, absolutely, get me out of here. And I think I said, let's do this. Absolutely, let's do this. Well, it's right here. Oh, here we go. Send empty when empty. I'll go from there. And I send my empty, and he says, can you leave right now? Yes, I can leave right now. I will be done here. That's what I sent before that. I will be done here in 15 minutes. While you have my word, Houston traffic will not be an issue the direction I'm going. It was a little bit, but not as bad as it would have been if I had taken I-10. Let's do this! So we did this, and he sent me my load information to Owens Corning, and I shot out of Action Gypsum like a freaking firecracker. Got on US 290, took 610 east to exit 24, went south on whatever that street is to whatever the other street is. Got to Owens Corning not very long after having gotten everything done. So let's see. I left Action Gypsum at approximately 3:08, and I got to Owens Corning at 3:35. Sweet! And from there, everything was just smooth as glass. I love my Owens Corning loads, I gotta tell you. They loaded my trailer up, I strapped it down, and leaving Owens Corning, I noticed something funky was going on with the truck. Like, my brakes weren't being very cooperative. Mostly, I think the ABS on the trailer was kicking in a little too much. But at the time, I didn't think too much of it. I was thinking maybe the air tanks were just refilling because they had completely almost drained. Because at Owens Corning, they have you remove the red air line from the trailer so they can lock it off. So, like, you can't go anywhere. Alright, that's normal. Well, I hook it back up, and it just seems like it's not filling as fast as it should. But I left anyway, and went up to New Caney. And the whole time I'm going there, the last 4 miles or so, I notice my air over here, the air tank gauges, they keep going back and forth between about 100 and 125. And I'm thinking, oh, this is not good. Because at the rate they were going, it's an air leak. And a pretty big one at that. So I get to New Caney about 5 minutes after noticing this. And I get out, and all I can hear from the back of the trailer is like crazy. I go back there, and yeah. Okay, let's see if I can show you this. I got my handy dandy little headset right here. And I put it on upside down. Go me. Alright, so I'm going to show you what I found it coming from. And one other thing before I do that, I'm going to grab something here. Alright, walking over to the back of the trailer. Between the 2 axles, I gotta set this thing to max brightness, and we'll get up under here. Whoa! My phone! I'm going to shoot this thing, I swear. If it doesn't kill itself first. Quit it! Whatever. Anyway. Okay, up under here, you got all this crap. I'm guessing that's the ABS control module or load leveling or whatever, I don't know. There's the airbag suspension, all the brake chamber crap. And the main air tank. Alright, yeah, whatever. Back here, that is an electrical air solenoid. Meaning, it's activated either by air or electrically. Well, this thing, there's a hole up underneath it. There it is. And that thing was just shooting out all my air. Alright, well, we can't go anywhere like that, right? That's where this came in. This thing was just shooting out all my air. I could not move out of the fuel island. So I came back here, and this thing's just blowing out all my air. I beat it, and it shut up. It didn't utter another sound. I'm like, well, heck, if I'd known that, I'd have just done that in the first place. But yeah, that fixed that particular issue for the moment. And then I drove from New Caney to here in Nacogdoches, Texas, because I ran out of hours. Well, I didn't run out of hours, I just couldn't find anything else between here and Henderson on Google Maps. So you see how that goes. If I don't have anywhere to stay, I run out of hours on the highway, and that's just not a good thing. You're gonna have to pull off the side of the road and do all that fun crap. So now this clip is 11 minutes long. Great. So that's been my day. And it's been a fun one, let me tell you. And right now, it is 8:43 in the evening. And I've already eaten some pizza from the New Caney Flying J. And now I'm just gonna jump back in the sleeper and call it a night and get up in the morning whenever I feel like it and drive home. Because that's where I'm headed right now. This load goes to Irving, Texas, but doesn't get there until Monday morning. And they don't have parking there, so I'm going to have to search around and see if I can find a parking space within 15 miles of the place so I get my certification points on that. That'd be nice. That'd be really nice. I'll load up my certification score again so I can get another high percentage. 30, 31, 32. I want to keep it above that 30 so I can just say I've never gone below 30%. That'd be awesome. That would be sweet. But anyway, this is the end of this night. Goodbye.